What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Beck Easy.
Hi, everybody. It's your girl, Joey Crack.
Hey guys, it's Trell and this is
The Team.
Welcome to the group chat. Let's get started.
And we have music sensation, Mr. Avery Wilson in the house.
Hey, what's good? What's good?
How's it going?
It's going great.
Good. Thank you for joining us.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. Honestly, it was a lot of work. Like,
Oh, that's good.
that's kind of what I'm on. I'm really like focused. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a new year, and I feel like we got 365 days.
Right.
If that's all we got, how come we can't make it work?
And that's a fact.
That's true.
Yes.
God
Get
gives
everything
us
that you can.
Plenty of time.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
More than enough
Gotta
time.
cut that procrastination out.
Oh,
Exactly.
We just said that in our
Note to
story.
self.
We just said that.
Yeah, the way to
How was your weekend?
it'd be real. But that's good. How about you, ladies? How was your weekend so far?
My weekend, guys. So every week I'm like, my weekend was so chill, and I be lying.
You be lying.
No, but this weekend it was actually chill. Like it was
Yeah.
so dry.
It was.
But
Well,
in a
relax.
good way.
No, dry
For
meaning
me.
like, relax, got me time. But usually I'm like out.
Oh, so a good drive.
Right,
Good
right,
drive.
right,
Same.
right,
I had
right.
a good dry weekend. Friday we went to a networking event.
Yep. The Urban League of
Yeah.
Southern New England Young Professionals.
Over at Barcade actually, and I
So
had a
much
good
fun.
time. And then Saturday I was in the house all day,
Legit.
chilling, watch TV. I got some work done in the morning,
It was
and then we
good.
just watched a couple movies,
Right.
cooked dinner.
Had the ladies cook for me. Always a good time.
First of all, can we talk about how disrespectful Joey is? So we all know that she can't cook. All right, that's fine.
I'm back.
We
Right.
go to the grocery
No shame.
store. I'm in self checkout just scanning, and she on the side on her phone. I said, "You can
The
at
whole
least
time.
bag."
Oh,
But I brought the
that's
groceries.
A fact. If you're not gonna cook, you gotta do something.
She
But
didn't
I
bag
brought
me, and
the-
she didn't load them into the car.
I
Oh.
brought them in.
Barely.
Right, you only brought them in because I said something.
So you do dishes or something?
I do dishes.
She did do the dishes,
Okay.
And I
Okay.
cleared the table.
and she cut
I
strawberries.
made the
Oh.
salad.
I mean, if you're doing dishes, that take a
I love doing dishes.
It's cool.
I hate
Because the
that
ones
work.
that cook don't like to do dishes.
Right.
And that's a
I
fact.
hate washing
So
That's
I'm,
a
I'm good with washing dishes.
Yeah,
So,
she made a little salad.
So that was a little
Hello.
salad.
Don't discredit my work.
Yeah.
Okay,
So that was
So
she
like
did a really
shade.
good job cutting strawberries.
Right.
Wow.
Because literally the salad was a bag of romaine, a bag of spring mix, and cut up strawberries.
But you guys are discrediting my process.
What was the process?
She rinsed the lettuce and then drained it.
Oh. Wow.
Like,
Okay.
that's
Alright.
stupid.
I'm moving on.
Yeah, and then Thursday we got back on our Facebook Live. That was our monthly Facebook Live.
Yeah,
that was really,
shout out
really
to you
fun.
guys.
We
Everybody
had a lot of
tuned
good
in. It was a
conversation
great
on that.
time.
Yeah, it was fun. So we have some icebreakers for you, Avery, since it's your first time being on.
Okay.
So Trell, you want to go first with yours?
Sure. So, you're hosting a dinner party and you can invite 3 famous black people dead or alive. Who you bringing?
Michael Jackson, Oprah, and who's a good third?
That's a room full of money already.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say Eddie Murphy, so we can keep laughing.
Yes.
Keep it low.
That's a good.
That's a
That's
good
a
mix.
list.
That's a
That's
nice
cool.
mix.
That's a good
That's
list.
some,
That's
some
legendary.
Some laughter, you feel me? Good.
That's
Alright,
legendary.
What about you, Bet?
So it'll have to be Jay-Z and B. So that's 2 of them. Or can they be
They
one?
could be
They
one.
won.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yes,
Because
that's
won.
fine.
Let's
married.
marry.
I
They
think
won.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
B and J, J. Cole, because you
Ooh.
know that's like my favorite. And Maya Angelou. Need some
good.
knowledge in the room.
Someone.
Do they have to be black?
No.
That was my question.
I know, but I want to see if
No.
we can't switch it.
It's Black
No,
History Month. We
Black.
talking
It's
about
Black
Okay.
History Month.
Oh,
Okay,
yes,
okay.
absolutely.
So the Obamas,
Oh yeah, that's a
Facts.
good one. What the fuck was that?
Cindy Poitier,
Mhm.
and my last person has to be someone young. Gabrielle Union.
That's a nice
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a good.
So I'm
one.
taking it you
surprised
asked
didn't
if they had to
say
be black because you wanted Diana to come.
Yeah.
Princess
Diana.
Diana to be
Yeah.
You
there.
have a love affair with Princess Diana?
She's my godmother. I absolutely adore her.
She know all about the royal family.
Like, how did I know?
I respect
How did I
that.
know?
Like she is such a. Her style was impeccable. Like
So she could pass. She could come.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But you
can-
chose
she can
black
pass.
royalty. You said the Obamas.
Yes.
So, yeah.
It's
Right.
Yeah,
Equals
yeah,
out. It equals
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's kind of the same as all of that almost. I said B,
Yeah.
obviously, so B and J, that's one. And
Okay.
I said Michelle Obama, but Barack can come too.
Right.
And I said Oprah because between Oprah and Michelle, I just want all the wisdom.
Great
Like,
mix.
all the
There's a lot of
jewels.
wisdom there.
And I've been reading Becoming, so
Mm.
I'm really loving Michelle
That's a
right
good
now.
list.
Even
That's what's
more.
up.
So.
Plus, I know I'm gonna get invited to all y'all dinner parties,
Right,
so
so-
it don't matter.
That's
I'm
true.
still gonna meet
That's the
everybody.
fourth person.
Exactly.
Right.
That's
So,
true.
Yep.
Yeah.
But no one. I want someone to invite Denzel.
Oh
Why you
yeah,
invite
she
him?
loved it.
I don't know. But you said wisdom, so it's like, you know, Denzel got so much wisdom.
She loved him.
I
If
love
he wasn't
Denzel.
married, she
Right.
would
He
marry
could
him.
come. He could be a plus one.
Right.
I mean, she's doing a marriage dinner party, so she don't have
Right.
any couples.
Right.
She got
So,
all
you know,
couples.
You and Denzel could pull up
Right.
Yeah.
on the low.
No.
She like, nah,
I don't
I
want to
can't.
disrespect Mrs. Washington.
Mrs. Washington.
Mhm.
She got no
Okay.
Yeah, they're not married. It's just dinner.
It's
just
dinner.
dinner.
Things are things.
Things are things.
Oh, that's stupid. I got another one.
Yeah.
Another icebreaker.
Yes, I have one. Okay, so what was the craziest dare you ever took?
No comment.
I can go ahead and answer because I don't think I have one.
She did it willingly.
Probably. I probably did
Dare.
it willingly, right. So I don't know. I can't think of nothing.
Really? You guys are boring.
And I feel like normally when it's like truth or dare, I think I usually go with
Truth.
truth.
I'm a daredevil.
I do
Me
the
too,
dare.
but I feel
Yeah.
like the things that people dare me, like they know I'm just down, so
Okay.
I don't. Yeah.
Cause it's like, ain't even no point in
Yeah.
asking.
Right,
Because
right.
I
I'm
just
just
leave
gonna
them
do
do
it.
Mine was
Right.
jumping off a roof and then breaking my leg.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, look,
He looked at her like,
It's like,
oh.
whoever asks you to do that,
That's different.
Don't ask them to ask you to do anything
Right.
else.
Right. Okay, that's different.
So
But yeah, I don't really have any dares that I haven't done that were like extra out of the ordinary. The craziest thing I've done before,
we can go with that.
willingly.
Okay, what is
yeah,
it?
I've had sex in the Grand Central station before.
You find that to be crazy?
It was
The craziest?
spontaneous.
Okay.
The craziest thing.
Okay, then if we're gonna do that.
How it goes
He's like, how many?
Alright. I would have to say, me and some homies, we rented out a mansion in LA.
That's
Mhm.
okay.
That was like a really I guess, celebrity's mansion. I guess we
Okay.
rented it out, and they were like that. They wanted to have an orgy. So with
The people that own
yes,
the mansion?
yes, yes. the
Oh,
celebrities.
okay.
So I guess that was kind of like one of the crazier things that I've done.
In lieu of having to pay them?
Yes.
Oh.
Still.
Oh.
Yeah.
You still pay them?
No. And like,
Oh, okay.
asking paying us because they saw what we
Oh.
looked like, and it was like, well, if y'all could just,
Gotcha.
then we can squash the pay.
Wow.
I would have did it.
I was a prostitute that night. Me first, let me get it.
For payment.
That was a good one.
That was a
a
good
very
one.
good one.
Did you have one?
Yes.
Icebreaker? No, icebreaker.
Oh,
No.
no, I'll let y'all
Alright, well,
flourish.
so you got a lot
Oh, you
of
didn't want to
time.
answer?
No.
She thought she
I'm
was
moving
slick.
it right along.
Moving right along.
Okay, so I do have a line. So it's R&B.
All right.
Ooh.
I didn't go thuggish today.
Good. Appreciate
Okay.
it.
And I don't want to be without you because I can hardly breathe without you. This is what it feels like to be
How
the
can
one.
I breathe?
No.
No, wait.
And I don't want to be without you because I can hardly breathe without you. This is what it feels like to be the one who stands left behind.
I know.
I
Me
know
too.
this.
Sing it, Joanne.
What?
Are you singing the words?
No, it's doing
She's humming the
harmony.
hymn.
Wait, can you say the words one more time?
And I don't want to be without you because I can hardly breathe without you. This is what it feels like to be the one who stands left behind.
That's not Mariah Carey.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
No.
I know what this is.
It's
Yeah.
it's a girl.
It's a girl.
This is how I feel.
One of her best albums.
Mary J. Blige?
Nope.
Who is it?
I feel bad because I should know this. And
Who
I
is
don't
it?
want to.
I don't either.
It starts
Yeah,
with
it
her
sounds
name
so
starts with an M.
It starts with an N.
Yeah.
Monica?
No.
I give up.
And you said not Mariah?
And not Mariah and not Mary.
Outside of a love song.
Jasmine Sullivan?
Oh,
Ashley
no,
Mulligan.
yeah, yes.
That's life.
I love her.
That album was
Those words
amazing.
sound
You're right.
mad familiar, but I haven't listened to her in a while. I have to listen to her now.
Oh,
This week.
yeah.
Yeah,
To hear words outside of the melody.
exactly.
That's why we
like
tell
a
her
foreign
you need
thing,
to
you're
like
what?
give
Give
us
us
a
a little
tempo or
something.
something.
No, but I feel that was good.
Yeah, that was real good. That was an amazing album by her.
That was
I still
an
fan.
amazing
I
album.
love her. I
Still
can't
fan.
even lie. So yeah, so we failed this week, but we'll try again next
No,
week.
but that's not bad because you guys got two.
We're good
We're
for the
good.
top of the year.
So far,
Yeah.
so good this year.
We'll see.
So
So,
far.
Goes for the rest.
Trell, do you have anybody that you're rooting for this week?
So because it's Black History Month and I'm always rooting for everybody black, I want to do a little Who Am I? So you guys gotta guess. Okay.
Oh.
So I was born in Detroit, Michigan. I'm a singer and an actress. Let me read the whole thing before you guys try to guess. I'm a singer and an actress. Before my solo career took off, I was a part of a famous singing group. I have acted alongside Brandy, Billy D. Williams, and the King of Pop. In 2012, I received my first Grammy ever, and in 2016, I received the Presidential Medal of Freedom from Barack Obama. I've been married 2 times, and I have 5 children, some of who have fame of their own. Who am I?
Male or female? Ross. What's her name? Diana Ross.
Good job.
Yeah, okay.
I knew it because I'm like,
What made you get it?
acted with the likes of Michael Jackson.
That's why I didn't. That's why I said
it was
King
either
of
her
Pop
or
and
Whitney.
Michael
Kids
Jackson.
made me like kind of zoning
Yeah,
out.
right.
He was like,
Yeah.
some of my kids are famous. So I was like, yeah, definitely.
Because the majority of her kids are
Right.
Very
More than
good.
me.
That was good. That was really good.
Yeah.
You only had one?
Just one. Stay tuned to our social media. We'll be doing a little bit of that throughout the month. So
Yes.
That's
stay
really
tuned
good.
for more.
So I have the You Tried It of the week.
Oh, I can't wait.
So it's
to
not
hear
even one person.
Oh,
It's one
Jesus.
person plus a group of people. So it goes to Officer Gary Steele in the Detroit Police Department. So earlier this week, a young lady had got pulled over by Officer Steele. Her registration was expired, so he towed her car. He impounded her car. So as you know, last week the record weather was negative. Feeling like negative 20, negative 30
Right.
degrees. It was ridiculous. So she's walking, and he goes on his Snapchat with a Black History Month filter, and the caption says, "This is what Black magic looks like." And he says, "Bye, Felicia," as she's walking in the cold to go home. So they did say, so that was the first thing. He gets it, you tried it. But what's annoying my life is that the Chief James Craig of that police department said that, he did offer her a ride, but she said no. First of all, hell yeah, I'm going to say no.
Right.
Why would I want to sit with
After all
Because
that.
that happened to me, and I was like, no, I don't want to ride from you.
Right. You could have sat there and waited until her
Black
ride
History
came.
filter in Bye Felicia.
And all the extras.
Yeah, like, no, I'm not
unnecessary.
doing
I don't
that.
feel safe with you.
Extremely.
Because if I get in
That
the car, you're not getting out.
Okay, thank you.
That's how
Thank
that
you.
works.
And so then I'm like, all right, well, they didn't fire him. Of course, they demoted him. So he's still
Right.
getting paid.
Right.
He's still there. And then this quote from, Chief James Craig said that he has an 18-year history with the department, and it is problematic. And after reviewing the history, there are patterns, and I'm nervous about the patterns. So why the
Okay,
fuck do you
so-
still have him working? there?
Right. How much we gotta wait till something happen before we get
Right. We gotta shoot somebody, and they be dead in the street, and we might.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
We might let him
Without
go.
question.
That's so alarming.
It's
It's scary.
sad.
Whoa.
So within the 18 years, you see a pattern, yet he's still working there.
Stuff like that annoys me. Like, even at work, you would have coworkers that are like a problem, and people will say, she does that all the time. She has a tendency to do X, Y, Z. And my thing is, if y'all know
Enabling.
that,
Right.
Yeah.
do something about it.
Nip
How
it
is
in
it
the
just
bud.
we're gonna, she does that? No.
Right.
That's
Or-
unacceptable.
It's
Because the first
ridiculous.
moment we do that, and it's like,
It's
oh,
so,
We'll never
oh
get
my
that
God.
luxury.
we need to come to the office. Let's
Exactly.
talk.
Right,
We'll never get that luxury
absolutely.
of, that's just how.
And so that's
It
why
is
I'm
how
just
they
so
are.
annoyed, because I'm like, they're not doing anything about it. They're just like, oh, well, mind you, he got arrested while he was a police officer for a domestic with his girlfriend at one point before. So why would you let someone of that nature,
And I thought all that stuff was like unacceptable. Like, you couldn't be a cop.
Exactly.
That's what I
Yeah.
bro? So it had me tight. So basically,
He tried it. They
you tried it, they
They
tried it,
They all
y'all
tried
tried it.
Y'all tried it.
Yeah, they
Detroit
love trying
police
us.
officers
It
have
me
to do better.
off. It was horrible. I was just like so
Facts.
vexed when I was reading it. So yeah, they need to do better.
Do better.
That's
I
drama.
was pissed. Trell, do you have a question that niggas is asking?
So the question that everybody's asking today is, being that it's Super Bowl Sunday, who about to take this W? I know who it is.
Well, you see my jacket
I
here
know.
on my chair. You know the Patriots. are
Patriots
winning.
all day.
Right. And
So
why
we-
do you
we're
say
all
that?
home
for
to
the
Brady.
Patriots. Okay, good.
We're all for
We all a
Patriots.
good company.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So why do you say they're gonna win?
I feel like, to be honest, being a Patriot, my house is a Patriots fan.
Okay.
From
Okay.
That's a
the
good
head to the
household.
bottom. Yeah, you feel me? And I feel like every game that I've ever watched, it's like they're always the underdog. They're always the least liked.
Right.
And they
Always.
always show up. And I
Right.
feel like I always won from the beginning of seeing them. I've always rooted for the underdog. But then you have somebody like Tom Brady in place who knows the game, who studied, who works, and it's like age has never affected him.
Nah,
Still,
right.
still in the game. It's like you just can't go against that. And if you are, it's simply because you're
hater.
just a hater.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like not liking Beyonce.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. It's like, yo.
You know, those kind of like, excuse
Right.
me.
Like
exit
for
the room,
real,
please.
right?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Bro.
So let's do some statistics first
All right.
of all.
There we go.
Break it
Run
down,
those
break it
down.
down
Because
first.
Hello.
everybody be
Let us
talking
have
shit.
that.
That's
Let's
right.
break it down. So this is the Patriots' 11th time being in the Super Bowl in franchise history. That's
Yep.
number one. Check. 4 out of the 5 Super Bowls they have been in. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Check. Today, this will be their 3rd straight in a row
In a row.
for the last 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Check. Bill and Tom's chemistry is just
Mhm.
unmatched.
Right.
Unmatched.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the 9 times that they've been to the Super Bowl together, they won 5 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then a little icing on the cake. We definitely beat the Rams in 2001 in the Super Bowl
That's
against
another
them.
fact.
So, you know, I mean, the
Repeat
numbers speak
offender.
for themselves, right?
Yeah, come back and get some more.
If we finally beat the Giants in the Super Bowl,
We can
we'll be the
redeem-
best
yeah.
team in
We
the
can
NFL
redeem
history.
ourselves.
Absolutely. You have to leave
That's
them
it.
colors at the door because those are ours.
Exactly. That's the
Right.
only way that they can say that we're not great.
So
The only-
basically, we all rooting for the Patriots. We already know
Yes.
they're about to get number 6.
And
There's
don't
no
let me
question.
show. I'm showing my ass
There's no question.
tonight. Okay.
And we'll see y'all on Tuesday. Y'all can congratulate us then.
No, they're gonna see me on Tuesday
Yeah.
on the timeline because I
Tonight.
already took time off of work to make sure I could go to the
She'll
parade.
be at back
in
up at the
Boston.
parade because, you know, like I said, we're about to get number 6.
If I
so.
was in LA, I would
Absolutely.
be in that car
Yeah.
with you.
So,
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a wrap.
Right.
I told my boss, I said, look, I won't be here on Tuesday. She was like, I already know. Like they respect
As
me.
long as they know, because you're not an
Right.
overnight fan, so
Right.
they know that
Absolutely.
you're not
There you
just
go.
gonna.
This is seasons. I've been
Right.
doing this.
Right.
All right. So we are gonna get into our topic, but first take a listen to our commercials. So, guys, we have Avery Wilson here in the building. Avery, we would like you to introduce yourself to the listeners. Let us know who you are, what you're about.
What's good, all the listeners? It's Avery Wilson. I'm a singer, songwriter, dancer, actor, instrumentalist.
Okay.
You know, a little some, but yeah.
Jack
Check
of
that
all trades.
resume.
All of the
Absolutely.
above.
You can find me on all my social medias at Avery Wilson. Nice and simple, nothing difficult. But yeah, new music about to drop. I dropped an EP last year, the end of
FYI.
2018. Yep, FYI. This year is dropping, actually this coming month. Well, this month now, actually, that we're in February. But yeah, I'm excited.
I'm suits. I am so
We're excited
Yeah, I'm so happy to have you. We've known Avery since he was
forever.
a babe.
Since
Little
he was-
baby.
Not taller than me.
That's a
Right.
fact.
And now he
There
towers
was a
over
point.
you.
There was a point in life where we might have been the same height.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
It's awesome. So let us know how you started your musical journey.
My musical journey started, I'll say at 8. Like a lot of people, a lot of singers are like, oh, you know, I've been singing since I came out the womb. I don't believe it unless you got videotape. But for me, I started at 8 years old. My dad really kind of like pushed me into it. Y'all know because
Yeah.
y'all around me. Like I was really more into dancing and other things of that nature, like the physical stuff. And I wasn't really singing like that. And all of a sudden, my dad heard me and he was like, "Oh, you about to focus on this?
Yeah.
All that extracurricular shit is out of here. You need to do this." So I'm like, "All right, cool." So you know, I started doing that around like 16. I went on The Voice, did that whole situation. Never really experienced TV or anything like that. But in transit of working on The Voice, I got like some different deals and presented to me by some huge people. And as I got those deals, The Voice kind of just like canceled itself out because I got kicked off the show, which was good, which is the best thing that ever happened to me, honestly.
Right.
But the experience was great too.
Right.
Absolutely.
But you know, dodging contracts. But yeah, I got signed. Was working with them for probably like 5 or 6 years, learning myself truthfully because I've learned the most important thing I've really learned through this process is if you don't know yourself, there's nothing anyone can do
Right.
Right.
with you.
Right.
You can't do if you don't know where you want to go. So
Right.
I got signed. A lot of learning experiences, a lot of ups and downs. The opposite of what people think they know about the business is what I learned, which is not all negative but not all positive. And yeah, now I'm independent, working on my music myself. I'm really, really excited to be free, to be able to do what I want to do and let it be my vision. Because
Right.
a lot of times you work with people and you think, oh, of all the things they've done, they're going to do it for me.
Right.
And half the time, it's necessarily not that.
Yeah.
Because you can trust people, but so much.
But so much.
Absolutely.
That's true.
Yeah, that's
And
kind of
it's
where I'm
dope.
at today, and I'm just really like grateful for the experience and the journey. Because I tell people all the time that there's no camera inside of a cocoon. You don't know what goes on
Right.
because that's the process.
Right.
The people only try to duplicate the process. The product of it, and you can't really duplicate a product without a process because you don't know how you get there, and you miss things, and you don't really include every detail. So I'm glad that I got to get that experience firsthand with the biggest of the biggest people. And though it may not have went exactly as planned, it taught me everything that I needed to know to be like efficient and to be able to do what I want to do. So I'm glad.
Everything went how it's supposed to.
Yeah,
Definitely. That was the message within
Oh
itself.
yeah, we gotta give him a step off, friend. Okay.
That was the word.
My
We
cash
stay
app
giving-
is
Facts, but no, it's a really great thing to be independent because, like you said, when you're on a label, they say, "Oh no, this song is not going to be the dope single. You need to do this." They like try to direct you, so it is a good thing to just be completely free.
And I will say this too, because a lot of times when I speak this message of being free, most times people look at it like, well, what's wrong with being in a label? Nothing's wrong with being in a label if they're going to accommodate you and
And push
see,
you
Respect
and
what
see
you
your vision,
want,
right?
right.
Respect
Respect
it, because
what
if
you
they
want.
don't, there's always, I say, a signing to a big label, which is a big bank. It could either be a nightmare or it could either be a sweet dream.
Right,
And
right.
it depends on who you get in with and who you decide to let into your spot. Because I think if you understand that you have gold, why would you just give it to somebody that doesn't see the vision or the end goal of what it is that you see and that you hold?
Facts.
So yeah, everything's good, but I'm really, really glad to finally have the opportunity in the moment to be on my own. And it is expensive for all the listeners. Being independent does not mean that it gets easier.
No.
Right.
It just creatively is a little more free,
Right.
but everything else is still a thing.
Right.
But at the end, it's rewarding.
Right,
Absolutely.
and that's
Absolutely.
what it was.
It's like, this is my shit.
Yeah.
Right? I did this.
And whether it goes right or wrong, it's all on you. So the work that you put in is what you get out, and that's just regular, but that's for everybody in real life,
Right.
And when at the end of the process, because you're independent, will you own your own masters?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Now, I will say this: there are some people. If you sign people that help you, give you like one-off deals where they like give you money and sponsor you, they dig into your masters, but you still digging in is not having all of it.
Right.
So yeah, I still have my masters because I've written everything as of right now that has been out. My whole EP that I'm about to drop, the one that I dropped.
Yeah,
So
FYI,
yeah,
it's good.
my
It
album.
is really good.
Thank you. I'm planning on like writing majority of the album as well. So I'm gonna be getting my masters.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a
okay.
different check.
Get it. That's a
I have
whole
my
different
master's,
check.
yes.
Yes.
Good.
The writing.
So, what kind of meaningful connections have you made so far?
So many, but I will say not as many as I personally say. Like I'm like, yeah, I made so many, but I'm kind of stressing the truth a little bit. People are people, regardless whether they're celebrity, high clientele, upper echelon, whatever you decide to look at them as. They're people, so not everybody's gonna be open and receptive to you. And sometimes
It's like, that's okay.
yeah, sometimes you're really gifted, and just because you think you're I don't know, just because you think you're like efficient in certain things or you're really good, doesn't mean they're gonna let you in. Doesn't mean they're gonna mess with you.
Yeah.
Don't mean they're gonna really like champion you and be like, yo, you out here doing your thing.
We
They're
for
gonna look at
everybody,
you
and
from
that's
afar and be like, yeah, that's dope. No. And I've gotten that a lot, to be honest, being very transparent because of my gift, because of the, be able to sing the way that I do, and like, I'm not no little guy, and R&B guys are like, short. And this, so
Right.
I've
And you
had-
have the full package. You
Yeah,
can sing and
thank
you
God.
can dance.
Thank you,
Right.
Jesus.
Yeah, I know,
I
right?
totally forgot that you did. I was watching the clip and I'm like,
Yeah.
he did.
Because you can't get everything out at once.
Yeah.
A lot of people now in this generation that I'm in right now, it's like they just feel like we got to get everything right now. Like I got to put out
Microwave,
3,000 songs in 1 week. It's like, nah, grow, understand yourself,
Right.
learn your transition moments, be able to like work and then cultivate, create, and then come out.
Facts.
Not just throw out stuff that people think is hot, because a trend don't last.
Yeah, this is true. J. Cole told us that.
It doesn't.
On
Like,
his,
I don't.
on his song.
If everybody out here talking about woo woo, I'm not
Yeah.
about to be out here doing the same thing, because in 3 months, if I'm not the creator or the originator of this woo, then it's not gonna
That's
matter.
all.
Right,
Mhm.
it's true.
I'm
It's
just
a
a
fact.
follower.
Absolutely.
Be the energy and not the energy following it. Like,
Right.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Message.
Yeah, it's a message.
Listen, I'm with it.
That's so funny. So I know we were recording this week because next week you are supposed to be going to the Grammys.
Yes.
So that's excited. Do you know what you're wearing or who you're wearing yet?
I do. I'm wearing some Christian Dior.
Okay.
A little bit of, yeah, probably Christian Dior. That's probably what I'm gonna wear. Christian
Nice.
Dior suit.
And you're tall and you have the stature. You're gonna be out there looking like something.
Work.
And I believe in a tailor. All you out there,
And that's
you're
important.
yes. If you're tall, or if even if you're not tall and slender like me, I believe in a tailor. I think it's good. You know,
Yeah.
as a man, you should always care about your appearance. I don't think
And
it
your
should be-
smell.
Yeah,
He
absolutely.
walked in here. We was like,
I was
"Ooh,
like,
what's
"Ooh,
that?"
that
It's
smell
weird, but I think that's just important to walk in a room and not just be heard, but be saw and
Right.
be felt.
Because your appearance is your first impression.
That's very true. That's very true, and that's so funny because our last episode was Black Beauty, and we talked
Right,
about
right.
men and have to be on point.
Yeah.
You need to
Yes.
start caring a little more. That's all.
Okay. Yes. So Joe, do you have any predictions? For
I
us?
have some
Speaking of the
predictions. I love the Grammys. I love award season, period.
Mhm.
So there's 3 categories that I'm looking out for. So record of the year.
Yes.
I'm automatically just gonna pick Cardi B because you know that I like it, and I claimed
Yeah,
this
you've been
from the
loving
very
that.
beginning when I heard the song. I'm like, this is a hit.
I'm so proud of her.
And
So
it's
I
been
like
another-
it is up.
Yes, I like it is up, and I hope it takes record of the year.
Who else is
Or
in that
another-
category?
Yeah.
I didn't check, but I'm just
She's
gonna
like,
automatically.
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I'm
Cardi's
auto
winning.
because
Right.
listen, when I first heard that song, I'm like, this is a hit,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it was.
I
and
like
it
that
was like,
song.
and now it's 5-time platinum,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
automatically
good.
hit.
It is a great song.
I agree
so.
with you though. She's had like a really strong year.
A really strong 2 years.
Yeah, like
Cleanly,
just doing
She
the
been
thing.
killing
She
it.
has.
Yeah,
She has
she
been
been
killing it.
So I hope she does. I hope she wins the Grammy.
I hope
Period.
so,
While
too.
she's there,
I hope
because
so.
that'll be.
And
good.
even if she doesn't, she's still who she is, Grammy
Yeah.
nominated.
Right, which
She'll
still
always
means
have
something.
that title,
Right.
but for her sake, I hope she wins. But I think they're gonna give it to her. I
Yeah.
think she's gonna win at least one.
Everybody likes her.
Yeah,
right, like
I-
all
I
cultures.
feel like she's very likable,
because she's genuine.
Right.
This is who she is, and
Exactly.
everyone. It's either you accept it or you don't.
and like I just said, that's fine. You ain't for everybody. That's
Right.
Okay.
So
Hello.
she's going up against The Joke by Brandy Carlile. This is America, Childish Gambino.
Okay.
Mhm.
God's Plan, Drake. Shallow, Lady Gaga, and Bradley Cooper.
Okay,
Okay.
from the
Yeah.
movie.
It's amazing.
All the Stars, Kendrick Lamar and SZA. Rockstar, Post Malone featuring 21 Savage.
Mm.
And The Middle, Zed, Maren Morris, and Gray.
Those are big
So,
songs.
those
I
are
will
all
say
big
Those
that.
are all
songs.
great. Yeah, those are all great options.
But I feel like I agree with you. I feel like
Yeah.
the
From-
majority vote is
right.
going to be towards
Right.
Cardi, and not just for the song, just her personality.
And the
Overall
stats.
package.
5-time. That song went 5-time platinum.
Right.
Yeah.
God's Plan was good, but it
Definitely
died
so.
off.
Right.
Yep, it
yeah.
did. This is America. Everybody wasn't fucking with it. So
Right.
If it wasn't for
It was
the
controversial.
visual,
I'm about to
people
say it
would be
was
still a little
different.
late behind it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And Lady Gaga's song was good, but it
But
was
it's
only
recent.
it's recent. The movie's only been out like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
It hasn't
Has it
circulated
even been that? Oh,
or 4 months. It
Yeah.
hasn't circulated for the whole year.
Right.
So I'm gonna go with 5-time platinum.
Which is still
Yeah.
crazy to me, because I'm like, if the movie's only been out for like a couple months, that's
Like, how did
crazy
you
that
even get
got
nominated?
And how did she meet the deadline?
Right.
Mhm.
This is what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Well, I
It
do
was a
like
great-
that song.
No,
I
me
love the
too.
movie.
And it was a
It
great
came on
movie.
and made me have to Shazam it when I heard
Right.
it in the.
I had it on like in my
I was like,
playlist.
what
Like,
is this?
Yeah.
Because I didn't see the movie at the time, and it came on. I was like, "That's a beautiful song."
Yeah.
It is.
it's definitely on one of my like random playlists. I was sitting in the car with a friend the other night, and I'm like, you don't have to listen to that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
But I like it. But when I think about all the songs I want to listen to, and that out of all the ones you just said,
Right. It would definitely be Cardi.
I like it.
I agree.
Yeah.
So what's your next topic?
My next
category?
top category is album of the year.
Okay.
Mm.
And I picked Drake. And I'm not sure why I picked Drake, but
you
I
don't even
think
like him.
I don't. But I feel like the Academy loves Drake.
They do.
They love him, so
He's
I'm
commercial.
he's
Yeah.
commercial.
So we
So
have a few. So it's Invasion of Privacy, Cardi B. By the Way, I Forgive You by Brandy Carlile. Scorpion by Drake.
Mhm.
Her by Her. Beer Bongs and Bentleys by Post Malone. Dirty Computer, Janelle Monáe. Golden Hour, Casey Musgraves. And then the Black Panther album, which Kendrick Lamar and all those.
did you say Post Malone?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
him
gonna
and
do
Drake.
something.
Him or
Yeah.
Drake.
But
Yeah, I definitely have to say.
I don't think her is gonna get it. I would love for
I
her
love
to
that
get
No,
album,
it.
but
she's not
yeah,
gonna
she
get it
is.
for album of the year,
Yeah,
but she
she's
will
too
get
soon.
it for best R&B.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with that. I can't see her being album of the year.
No,
I
she's
love the
Especially
album.
not when politics come into play. With
Yeah,
that
right.
list.
Exactly.
Are you kidding me?
It's
Exactly.
not. Yeah, it's
Jay
over.
was 0 for 8, and
Yeah.
you think she's gonna get
Right,
album of
right.
the
It'll
year?
be literally a shock to me if that happens. I would be like, I would be happy for her.
Yeah.
'cause I
Right,
know
me
her
too,
personally,
but
it's like,
it-
But the
It's-
way the Academy works,
yeah.
And that's a great category to be in.
Absolutely.
It is.
Nominated.
Just
for
to be
being that
nominated.
company, absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially she has had a young her career is very young.
Yeah,
Like, she's
she's
just like
fresh.
really getting started and
Mhm.
people are really getting to know who she is. so.
Right. Yeah, and
Yeah.
Black Panther album was,
Drake.
that
That's-
soundtrack
it
was
was
really
good.
good
I
too.
should say
but-
those three,
Mhm.
Invasion of Privacy, Black Panther, and Drake are the
top 3.
ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna just do 2, Drake and Post Malone.
Hmm.
Black
Post
Panther,
gotta
I can't say
something.
anything
Yeah,
about
he's gonna
Post
get
Malone. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it might even be this. I don't really see Black Panther.
But they
Pulling
sold
it.
so much.
They did sell
They
so
did.
much.
They broke a record.
Yes,
And are giving it away free right now.
yeah.
Right,
Which is
yeah, I
crazy.
saw that.
But
for
the
month.
movie,
The movie.
I
they're
don't
playing
think the
for-
soundtrack
That's true.
matches
Okay.
Yeah.
the
I got
success
you.
of the movie.
I got you.
Agreed.
That
Yeah,
works.
yeah.
Agreed.
But we'll see.
We'll see.
We're still voting for everything that's black.
Always.
Right,
That's
right.
why.
Always and
So
forever.
again.
Always.
Always. So we're gonna switch it up a little bit. So this is our pull up. We just talk about random stuff.
Yeah.
So I was watching Big Brother and Tamar Braxton was talking with Candy Burris. This is how you say her last name, right?
Mhm.
And she was trying to explain to her the difference between being relevant and getting your shit done, like
Right.
making
I think I
power
saw
moves.
that.
Being successful.
Yeah, being successful.
Absolutely.
So do you believe that? Do you think it's true?
That there's a difference.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I think there's a difference, which is what we were just kind of talking about. But I think being relevant is everybody know that can change.
Mhm.
Success doesn't change.
Exactly.
Right.
If you did it, you've done it.
Right.
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 If you're just hot right now and everybody knows you and my nieces and nephews know you, they can still unknow you.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
You
Absolutely.
can become less important.
Right.
And
Quick.
especially with this
Yeah.
generation, yeah, they're so like you
And
said, the
this
next
generation's
thing.
really good about like canceling people
Oh
and
yeah.
everything.
Muting
so.
this.
It's just like the
Yeah.
90s.
Yeah.
Everyone in the 90s is not relevant,
Right. Right.
That's
But
true.
they're successful.
but they're
Right.
successful.
Absolutely.
Relevance
And I
is
would
not
rather
always
be
the best.
successful.
I was about to say I would
Absolutely.
rather be successful than
Yeah.
relevant.
Right.
Any
When you
day.
think about Ice Cube and all those people that are successful, they're
Mhm.
not relevant in this moment, but guess what? That check is still hitting.
And that's all that matters.
Okay.
And that's all that matters.
Still.
You might act like you don't know me, but my bank account is great. So that's cool.
And I feel like you have to be prepared to be relevant. And I know it sounds so like
It's true.
off, but it's like to
No.
be relevant, it comes with things of like notoriety, people, invasion of privacy,
Yeah.
Right.
Cardi B, but
Right.
Uh-huh.
there's like all these things that come with that don't come with necessarily being successful all the time. Because if I was successful in 2014 and it's 2019 now, then I mean, you could leave me alone and be like, oh wow, yeah, that's just so and so. And I'm
Right.
collecting what I need to do and living my life the way that I would like to.
It's
Now,
true.
being relevant is another thing. Being relevant is like I want to know what your nails look like, what your
Right.
hair looks like, the jacket you got on,
Right.
how long
Always
you been
being
breathing.
watched.
Oh, you
Right.
ain't been sleeping 10 hours? Because what have you been doing? Because I want to know. Oh, you saw she just posted her baby?
Exactly.
And
And
that's
I
invasion.
buying my
y'all
right.
can
It's
have
like,
that.
yeah,
Y'all
y'all
can-
Yeah.
And
I
that
know I'll
doesn't
flip
mean,
out. I'll flip
Yeah.
out.
and that doesn't mean you're buying my product.
Right.
This
At
is
all.
true. You could be
Right.
invading me in the shade room in a boiler, but you still ain't buy my album.
Exactly.
So yeah, and if you're not a person that's ready for that, like you said, you can break down and like or go off on everybody, and it's like, oh, okay, next, because she's too hostile, and then what? So
Right.
yeah, I'll take the success
Any day.
I'll take the success as well.
Sure.
any
I'd rather be
day.
low key.
Right. So did you guys see in the news Jussie Smollett?
Yeah.
Yes.
He
That
was
was
attacked, and they were trying to determine if it was a racial hate crime, which
It's obvious.
yeah. But I guess he put out a video yesterday or today saying because they were saying like he was hospitalized. He wasn't hospitalized. He went to the hospital right away. Obviously, he did not have cracked ribs, but he said he was bruised, and he was like, and to make it clear, I fought back.
Right,
Okay,
right.
brother.
It wasn't just laying there.
Let people know.
Right.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm not out
brother.
here.
Okay, right,
Yeah, we-
exactly.
But like
My
a lot
hands
of
still work.
celebrities have been like speaking up and saying stuff on his behalf. But my thing is, people who aren't famous, who aren't Jussie,
Yeah.
are dealing with this stuff. Have been dealing with
Left and right.
this stuff for years and are still dealing with hate and vicious attacks against them because of who they choose to love or
Right.
what they look like. So What are your thoughts on that?
It's crazy. And then also Erica Badu like went on Twitter and was like, "Oh, are we gonna check the facts first before we just assume that it's like a hate crime?" She was like, "Because last week y'all came for me." Because remember, they were saying that she was, rooting for R. Kelly.
Right.
And you took what I said out of context. Are we going to make sure that we're taking this in context? Like, that's what she tweeted.
So she being emotional, basically.
Yeah.
She doing something.
Yeah,
being
that's
emotional.
definitely
That
emotional.
was a stupid comparison.
It's a
Right.
very stupid comparison.
And then everybody
It's
came for
orange,
her.
She being
apples
emotional.
and
It's like, y'all
oranges.
came
It's
for
not
me.
the same.
Totally not
Yeah,
the
it's
same.
not.
Sis, get out of
And-
your feelings.
Yeah.
And get off social media.
And yeah, and then she had tweeted
Right
like,
there.
"How do I get on the other side of Black Twitter? Like, stop tweeting
You
dumb
don't,
shit."
right, you
It's simple.
You don't. You're done. No.
But yeah, it's a very sad situation. The fact, the climate of our country right now is just so fragile, and just the leader that we have in office right now is just
Not
making
helping.
shit
It's not
worse.
Yeah.
Like,
Spilling hate, and it trickles down. You know how they say your
Yeah.
pastor, the blessing trickles down. He's in office, so he's the head. It's the hate is just trickling down to the
Absolutely.
people.
It's emboldened everybody
right.
to be
Because they've
open.
been this way, or
Yeah.
they've been had
Right.
those thought
Oh, yeah.
processes.
But now they're
Now
more
they're
open
bold.
because
your
the
leader is
person
that.
that's over
Right.
our whole entire
Absolutely.
country can say whatever he want to say about this race and this religion, and nobody says anything. Why can't I?
Prime example, if my parents send me to school and I'm at home and like, listen, the next time somebody come to you and try to put their hands on you, beat their ass.
Mhm.
Okay.
So when I go to school now, I have free reign.
Yes.
To
Right.
beat
Yeah.
their ass.
Period.
Right.
So
Touch
it's like,
me.
Right.
now for them screaming like MAGA country and all this other stuff, it's like, there's a sense of freedom now to them. And they probably, maybe if not always felt this way, have felt this way for a while. And now they're taking
Very
the
empowered.
opportunity to go,
put
to
action into
somebody that
empowering
they know
them.
will be saw. To
Right.
be put on like a pedestal to be like, oh yeah, well see it happen to them. And it's just like, that's just sad.
It's ridiculous. Like, first of all, who got time to be hating on the next person? The way my life is set up,
That
I don't
much.
even
And
know
why are we
what-
running around with a noose?
Okay,
Right, like-
and bleach and
Right.
right.
the starter pack.
Are you
Well,
gonna
I
find
can't
nothing else to do?
front. I can't front. I do have bleach in my car for when I go and do laundry all the time.
When you got a rope wrapped around?
No, now that's something different.
And you're
Yeah.
not walking down the street with the bleach. Like,
No, right.
like just targeting
Just waiting.
people. Like just.
Because
And
he had
then
got a
in the
letter
morning,
too prior to it.
Yeah, and it was like you're gonna
die.
die fag or something like that. So that's my thing when they're like, oh, we're trying to determine if it's a hate crime.
It's all there.
How much more
Yeah,
do you
all the
need?
information is
How
there.
much do you need?
Right. And if it's not a hate crime, it's definitely racially
It's
motivated.
a crime
Sure.
at the end of the day. It's a crime.
Period.
What are you doing about it?
Right.
At the
So
end of the day.
we'll see.
Two
Prayers to
white
him. I
suspects
know
on a
he's
black
fine.
suspect. I
Oh,
believe that's
right.
racial.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
I can't. It
Well-
just it drives it just you know how like when you watch 12 Years a Slave and your
Mhm.
face just was like
Right.
oh, you left the movie
Right.
theater
Right.
like real quick like that's it just drives me nuts between
Right.
that the Detroit thing is just ongoing. It's always
And it's
something.
every day.
Exactly, and that's
We
what
don't
I
get a
said
break
when
from it.
When we first found out, like, this is the type of stuff that makes it hard, and it's sad to say, but it's the type of stuff that makes it hard for you to like white people, because now you see stuff like this and you just.
And then you be at work,
I'm
you be
gonna
like-
work, right, looking at my coworker
Right.
crazy. I don't even got no
I
problem
can't
with
even
you,
go to Subway.
but
Definitely
Definitely
giving the side eye.
it's crazy.
So yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully they find someone to say like you did it. Like
Right.
let me run that ass.
Right.
So I have a question.
Ask away.
All right, so I seen on Twitter and someone basically said the one that you give a chance to always ends up being the one that wastes your time. So do you agree or disagree?
I feel like
Oh, such a topic.
We could talk. That's a whole episode. in
I'm
itself.
over here like,
Yeah, you try to see how you're gonna dive in.
Yeah.
right, because that is a whole episode in itself, because I feel like the important thing is the one I give my time to, because it usually happens when I'm not thinking about you
Mm-hmm.
and you come to me and then
Yeah.
I didn't make the decision
Yeah.
to give you my time, and then you fuck up one way or another. You do some
It's like I
wild
told you
shit.
so. I knew I should.
And it's just like, damn, like I was minding my business and you came and interrupted my piece. Like you came into my space and now you want to be done?
and it's
I'm
always
salty
like,
about that.
yeah,
Sorry.
look,
I'm
we
not,
can
I'm
tell.
not gonna
I don't
comment
have
on
baby
that
to sit back.
anymore.
Because I can tell.
You having flashbacks?
But
I'm having flashbacks.
Listen.
I'm triggered.
That was a trigger. But no, it's definitely true. Like, the people that are staying in your DMs, like, yo, give me a chance. Like, I literally had one guy who would spontaneously hit me and I would ignore him, like, literally for 2 years straight. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Like, let's let me
Give
see
it
what
a
happens.
chance.
And the next thing you know, did the same shit that I just knew. Like, my thing is, if you feel in your gut, like, I ain't fucking with this person,
Just
nine
stick to
times out
it.
of 10, yeah, because it's a mess.
I can even say sometimes it's not even the ones that you least expect. It's the ones that you do expect. It's like the ones that you actually care about, and like it's not like, oh, okay, cool, like we just saw each other on social media or something like that, and you've been bugging me and you've been on my line, so I'm gonna give you the chance. No, it's the ones that you also, it's the ones that you'd be like, you know what, I actually like this person,
Right.
and then all of a sudden it takes a turn.
Yeah.
At some point,
You be
because
blind.
people I feel like they rent for a couple months. It's like, okay, I'm gonna keep putting money on the rent, it's like
Right.
that. And then when it becomes an actual like bill for the house, when you bought the house, now you start learning new things. Like,
Right.
oh, the stairs got cracks in it.
Right.
Oh, the water don't work. It only get hot after 13 minutes.
Right.
It's like little things. Like you just start finding certain things in them, and you be
It's
like,
true.
wow, like so. Yeah, I think that's absolutely real.
And I think a part of that too is people put a facade on when they
Yeah.
first
Yeah,
meet
absolutely.
somebody.
I'm just renting the space.
oh,
I don't own it.
And then
Right.
when you get comfortable in that house, that's when you see all
Telling
the
you.
kinks and
Exactly.
What? Light stopped working. The refrigerator stopped.
Right.
It's
It's like, I don't want to live here no more.
Right.
This is not what I signed up
Like
for.
this is not what I thought. Like on the outside, it was looking like it was gonna be one thing, and the inside is
It's
something
so
totally
true.
different.
It's worse when you invest your time into that.
Ugh.
Yeah, and I think that's what,
Oof.
and I'm sure it's probably the same for men, but I think for women especially, I think that's what the annoying part is. Is like I done wasted time.
Yeah.
Oh, it's annoying.
Like
for
I
me
done put
too.
all this time
Right.
in.
Yeah.
And I think it's probably not even male, female. It's our generation
Yeah.
period. We're
Mhm.
so hooked on time. Like, oh, I have to be married by this
This
age.
time,
I have to
yeah.
have kids by this age. I should be at this place by a
Right.
certain time frame. So
Mhm.
time definitely is a factor for us.
But I will say though, I think more so lately I've kind of like let that go, like the time thing go, and I wouldn't say I've gotten rid of like my boxes, but I'm more, how do I want to say, like more open. I don't want to say more open, but basically along the lines of that.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like there's so much more peace, and
Yeah.
things are a lot less stressful and
Mhm.
tense when you don't have all these like stipulations. We were talking about it in like one of the Facebook groups we're in, maybe social complex, and it came up about do you bring up marriage like in the beginning or
Yeah.
something like that, or no, it was like, are you dating for marriage or are you just dating for fun?
Mhm.
And I'm like, yes, marriage is the end goal, but I've come to a place now where I'm not gonna just talk to people because
They want to get
are
married.
you
Yeah.
the are you
Right.
the marriage material or not?
Right.
Because you don't know. I feel like I probably set myself up a lot because I'm going in like, well, I'm looking for this person to marry, and automatically if you're doing something that I don't think is marriage material, I'm
Next.
canceling you out. Whereas I might be missing out on like something great because
Right.
I'm not being more open.
Because he might want to get married next year and
Right.
not like right in that
Right,
moment.
and the thing that I saw that made me like give him a side eye in the beginning, that might not, like I don't have the full story, but I'm
Right.
automatically judging
A book by itself.
because I know that I'm looking for somebody to marry. So off rip, I need to see those marriage
Yeah.
traits. So I'm trying to like be a little more relaxed and put less stress
Take
on
a
myself.
deep breath and just
Yeah.
like,
And
you
just
know
let
what?
things happen. how
Things
they-
are things.
Live in the
Exactly.
moment.
And this is why I say things are things.
Things are things.
I really think that dating is just that.
Yeah.
I think you go into dating putting stipulations and putting certain like levels and bars in it. It's
true.
like dating is getting to know someone
Mhm.
deeper than just being a friend or a stranger, or
Right.
deeper than just passing on the street. I feel
Right.
like a lot of times, I'm not judging anyone who does this, but when you go into dating saying, "Well, I'm only dating married," then
Right.
you're gonna have a harder time because you
Uh-huh.
just cut out every other
Yeah.
type
Exactly.
of person
Right.
or
It's
energy or situation or conversation that you could have that could get you to that place.
Right.
But that could really scare somebody off potentially too as well. It's
Absolutely.
like, being like, oh yeah, so what's up? Because I'm trying to get married and like,
Right.
like
6 months.
yeah.
Right.
And they're like, oh okay, bet. I can't at that point. That's a block that I can't even get into your personality or your mindset or
Right.
what you like and things. Because I'm like, well, I ain't really there,
Right.
But I think
and I want to be,
Right,
but
right.
not like
Not right
this.
now. And it might not be with you.
Yeah.
right, right.
But you
But the person saying it might not want it to be with you. Like I
Mhm.
might be saying that, but I might not want. I think it's how you say it.
Yeah.
Right.
Like if you're just saying like, yes, this marriage is
I see
something that I
myself
want
being
to
married
have
in
or
the
whatever.
future.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are coming off like, I'm about to get married. Like, what you trying to do? And then you're
Right.
gonna be like,
Like,
nah.
I'm not going down to the courthouse.
But this person that I'm dating could be my lesson in preparing me
Absolutely.
for the next person that may come along.
As great as
But
it may feel.
exactly. But you're saying I want to get married, and he's like, you just canceled out the lesson.
Right,
Yeah.
and so
Right.
and you're not going to be prepared for your husband
Yep.
because you didn't skip the lesson.
Right.
And you know when you skip the lesson, you're a little slow.
Right.
Now you got to
That's
see.
why
You
you
ain't
gotta
got
catch
you
up.
ain't got high
Another lesson
honors.
coming.
I gotta catch up. That's exactly
Because
it,
lessons
Joe.
are
You gotta,
repetitive until you get it. So
Mhm.
it's like, this one person may be the lesson, and then you think, okay, well, now that I got that lesson out the way, I'm about to get married on this next try.
No,
And it
still.
still may be another
little
There's
lesson.
always-
keyword test.
Like-
In relationships,
Yeah.
there's so much to know and to learn.
Yep.
That
And I
everything.
feel like there's lessons within the relationship
Absolutely.
and within the
Absolutely.
marriage.
I said
Trials
this
and
before. You're
tribulations.
never. I think people who have been married 70 plus years. I'm pretty sure they're still learning.
Right.
I'm pretty sure there's still lessons.
Absolutely.
You change every day.
Exactly. You're
I've been
constantly
with that for
changing.
30 plus years. and
Yes,
there
they
is
lit.
Definitely a lesson.
And that's beautiful.
And I
And
like-
their friendship is there.
Absolutely.
Right.
A lot of times I think people think, oh, I'm in the clear. I'm safe if I get married. And it's like, if we
No.
got this far, it's like, no, you gotta understand, when we get there, they say, oh, yeah, work hard until you make it. And then when you make it, keep working hard. That's
Right.
the keep
Exactly.
working hard piece.
Right.
Exactly.
It's like, it don't stop.
It
doesn't
It
stop.
never stops.
No, because now we have different issues.
Mhm.
So,
You're
right.
right.
Yeah.
You're
Even
right.
though we're on
Kids,
level, like,
yeah.
I always say, when people come to me, they're like, yo, like, you're Avery Wilson, I want to be like you. And I'm like, listen, if you think I'm on level 8 and you're on level 5, understand that on level 8, there's a level 1 of level 8.
Right.
So you start
That's
over
true.
every time. When I get to
Every
level 9, there's a level 1 of level 9. So
Mhm.
It's true.
don't rush, because you definitely need to get every single piece of it,
Facts.
of your level that you're on. So the next level, when you do start over, you're a little more equipped. Don't want a marriage if you're not really prepared, and
Right.
even if you feel like you want to get married, make sure the person that you're investing your time into really is something to invest in.
Facts.
Because if they're not,
Bad
you'll be out-
investment.
Mistake,
Stop,
mistake.
the
Period.
stock market
Right.
dropped. We broke now.
Stupid.
That's too
Facts.
funny. So I have another topic.
Mhm.
So recently, 100 girls got inducted into the Boy Scouts.
I was gonna mention that.
So what do you think about that? First of all, I found it very stupid because there's a Girl Scouts that you can be a part of.
put your dress on, get you some cookies,
Yeah.
sell those.
We have more important problems. Y'all
Yeah.
can be selling Girl Scout cookies
That's
all
about-
year round. Okay.
But that's the parents.
Yeah.
That's the parents.
And also the organization.
And the organization.
Because if it's Boy Scouts,
Mhm.
no, we don't. We just simply don't allow girls. It's not about like Me Too or not. Like it's none
Right,
of that. It's
right.
just simply this is for boys. Girl Scouts are for girls.
Right.
There's things that we teach
Right.
that are different.
Right.
that
Right.
We can't. We shouldn't have to change and maneuver for a girl.
Right.
Absolutely. Just like we always say, like a man is supposed to be the provider and he's supposed to do certain things.
Mhm.
So if they're teaching these young boys how to be a man,
Yeah.
so it's like, no, I want to be a part of that too. It's too
Boys about to be Girl Scouts. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, it's gonna be our scouts. Like,
Right.
you might as well just make one big group.
Our Scouts.
Do not be surprised if you see that, because I can see it. I can see that.
Or
coming.
just scouts.
I can see it
Yeah,
coming.
right.
Right. We can't.
That's
We
true.
got to take off the label, and it's just gonna be just scouts.
But then that's where you're gonna run into problems with the boys and the girls is all doing the overnight trip. Because I went on overnight trips when we had
Mhm.
Girl Scouts, and now you're gonna have everybody together, and then what?
I don't think they're thinking about that. I think they're just thinking of. We
All
don't,
the
we don't want to
things.
make my. I don't want my daughter to feel like she can't be a part of the Boy
Excluded,
Scouts. Like
yeah.
my daughter don't need to be a part of the Boy Scouts because there's Girl Scouts.
Right, and that's the thing. I can see if it wasn't an alternative for them to be
Yeah.
in.
Right. Then
It's
that's
a thing set in
different.
place.
It's a
That's
whole.
different.
I think the Girl Scouts were first before the Boy Scouts.
Mm-hmm.
Or
And
was
they
it
really
the
do
opposite?
more.
I don't know.
Boy Scouts ain't selling cookies and out
No.
here,
They
learning
right
how
now
to-
doing
badges.
They're learning how to
They're in the
hustle.
woods
They're learning
rubbing
how to
sticks.
do, yeah.
Right.
They're not learning how to hustle and do these things like they put the girls in, which I think is actually smart because
Right.
they're giving the girls that not
Motivation.
the motivation. I would say that hustler mentality.
Yeah.
Right.
Like my
But
son was
it's like,
doing
yeah.
Boy Scouts for a few years, and he probably learned how to tie like
A
1,000 different knots.
That's
But he wasn't selling cookies. They weren't like doing all the extra stuff, like the community service stuff that
But
the
I think
Girl
that's
Scouts
smart too for guys. Like honestly, it seems like really small, but I think the small things we should appreciate. Learning
Right.
how to tie 1,000 knots
Mhm.
is teaching you like
Survival.
problem solving skills.
Right,
And like
right.
when I get into a situation and the car don't work, this and
Right.
third, what do I do next? How do I
Other
turn
options.
this
Use the
around?
resources around me.
Which is why like separate them. Let them be different. Don't put the girls and the guys and the guys
It's
and the girls.
society.
Yeah.
Society just doesn't want anyone to feel left out.
Mhm.
But it's not like
But
they-
I don't think it's a society. I think it's a group within society.
But society
It's
affects
these-
it though, I think too.
Yeah.
It does,
Because
they
there's a
want
light
everyone
that
to be-
shines on everything. It's like, oh well, they said
Right.
if I
right.
they
It
just want everyone to
does.
be equal. But there needs to be a separation.
Absolutely.
There-
It's too
there needs to be
sensitive.
some-
Everybody.
And that's my whole thing. Like, I don't have nothing to do with the LGBTQT whatever the plus sign. It's like a plus sign now,
Yeah,
or something
yeah.
like that. Like, do what you want to do, but that's my thing with them. It's like, stop trying to change everything and make it. Well, I don't see a gay person being represented in
And
this
Disney,
show. or
yeah.
Mhm.
Why it gotta be a man and a why? Why can't it be a man and a man that's raising the
It
family?
can be, but it just ain't
It's,
here.
it's
Right,
not,
right,
but
right,
that's not
right.
why. Just leave it as
If you
is.
find a director or
Yeah.
writer that wants to write that
Then
then
guy,
that's
let,
fine. Or you do it. Like,
Right.
just
But
like
why
if
do
they
we
wanna
have to
raise
do
equality,
it now? Why do we have to put it in
Right.
Disney movies for a
You know how-
7-year-old?
Exactly.
People have been gay for years.
Yeah.
Like, they get the respect that they get. I will always say that I think people in general, some people feel uncomfortable about situations like that or don't necessarily agree with it 100%, but I feel like they've never been disrespected. Talked about, yeah, black people get talked about, white
Right.
people get talked about,
It's
straight
true.
get talked about,
Right.
blue, Puerto Rican, polka dot, everybody gets talked about.
Right.
So it's not really that. I think it's just like they, like you said, they want to insert themselves into this
The
space,
mix.
Right.
but it's like you're already there.
Exactly.
Right.
We all have issues and
Right.
struggles that
Exactly.
don't get met and
Absolutely.
get needs that don't
Exactly.
get
Just
met.
because we're not, this company is not portraying a mom and a mom, does not mean they don't support or
Yeah.
they're
Right.
against them. I think is you don't have to like shove it
Mhm.
down
People's
everybody's throats. Like, this is the thing, cool, but kids are already growing up and like experiencing lessons that are complicated as fuck already.
Right.
So we don't need to add in these
That's a
extra.
fact.
Now you got
True.
the kids come home, Mom, I watched this show today in class, and
Also,
you know there
it's
was
another
two.
girlfriend.
Right, you know, like that. Maybe I don't want my child to have anything to do
Not
with that
yet,
right,
right now. Yeah, and because my niece's school, they kind of like showed the movie, like, look, this is da da da, and it's like, did you even ask the parents?
Right.
Like,
That's
you know,
a
maybe
fact.
like you said, you don't want to expose
Expose
your
them to that
kid to that
so
just
quickly.
so soon. But yeah, I just found it was silly. I was like, come on now.
That's so funny to me because like even with cartoons, like somebody was talking about, I have nieces and nephews that are young, and people were talking about SpongeBob. Oh, SpongeBob is such a bad. I'm like, when I was young watching
SpongeBob
SpongeBob,
was
I never
lit.
thought
It was
SpongeBob was
just
gay
SpongeBob.
because he had on a bonnet in his head. 'Cause I
Right.
didn't
I
necessarily
never thought
think that.
either.
I know he was patting the baby and was just a house mom or whatever,
Yeah.
but it's like I never thought about it like that
He
because I
was the
didn't
best.
put two and two together.
Right,
Right.
right.
But
And-
now that you're forcing a child to be like, well, this is gay,
Mhm.
this
Right.
is black, this is white,
Identify.
we don't like this, we don't like
Labels.
that.
Right, and
Sure.
now when you have your
You're
kids
raising
going
that up.
around
Right.
So when they
saying-
grow up, now that's the state that we're in. We
Right.
can see what you've been teaching them.
right,
It's
so
true.
now you got your kids when they in school saying, "Oh, you gay."
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
'Cause they done heard
Now
it
they
in
gotta
the
put a
house.
label on
Or-
everything because
yeah.
you forcing labels.
Or showing them what a gay person looks
Looks
like.
like. To be
Oh,
able to
this is
depict
what
it.
a gay person look like.
But
So if
that's
you
not
see,
even, might not
right.
even be the
Yeah,
case.
yeah.
So if you
Right.
see your teacher that has a short cut, oh, my
Yeah,
teacher is
yeah.
gay.
Right.
Kids
Right.
are impressionable, so they see
Right.
something they're like, you
Exactly.
said that's gay? Okay,
Right.
cool, gay.
And they're
All right.
sponges.
And
They're
everything is
sponges.
black and
From
white.
that
with
point
children.
on, everything they see is like, mommy, is she?
Right.
Is she?
Because they want to know. They
They're
want
curious.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
want to put a label on it.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's no black and white when it comes to children. And if you just show me that this is what
None.
a gay person
Then
is,
that's it.
then whatever
Across
I
the
see,
board.
From this point on.
that's it. Like, that's gay.
Right.
Big facts.
So thank you for talking to us, Avery. It was so much
Thank you
fun
for having me. I like
coming
this.
into the group chat with us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
So let the people know what you have coming next and where they can find you again.
Next, I have an EP dropping, a 4-song EP that I wrote. I haven't said the title yet,
Yeah.
but yeah, for you guys, I will.
Oh, yeah,
Is this an exclusive?
Yeah, it is. It is called 834, which is the time that I was born because I feel like I wanted to reintroduce myself musically and just being separate from everything that I've been attached to in the past.
Mhm.
So this is kind of like the rebirth of me, and that was the time that I was born. So it's like the time of that.
That's
I
so
love that.
awesome.
That's dope.
I'm so proud of you.
Yes,
I
I
love
know.
that.
I
I
was
can't
about to say
wait.
shed a tear.
834. I can't
Yes.
wait.
I know, I can't
wait.
Because FYI was dope.
Yeah.
very
I
dope.
really appreciate that.
Mhm.
The fact
Absolutely.
that I
And
just,
you
like,
wrote everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the fact that anybody
another
likes
check.
anything is like you could have like one song out of the 5. And I was like, all right, cool.
That's
Because
good.
I feel like I came from a place where people was like, nah, you're not a writer. You don't do this. You don't do that. And it's cool. No, don't offer me because I learned.
Right.
You know. But I'm really actually excited. Like for once.
Yeah, your
finally.
shit is dope.
Like
The
yeah.
clarity, your range, it's
Right.
just everything is like perfection. And if you're the type of person like if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Because
definitely.
We're
FYI
going
was
up
really,
from there.
really dope.
Okay.
We are going up from there.
Up and
Oh,
away.
yeah.
34.
Awesome. So you guys make sure you download his current EP, FYI, on all musical
All digital
streams
platforms,
and
for sure.
whatnot. And make sure you catch 8:34 coming soon this
Soon
month.
come.
So do you have any church announcements?
We do this Wednesday. Tomorrow, actually, I guess.
Yeah, by the time you hear this, it'll be
so
tomorrow.
we are hosting R&B Wednesdays. They're kind of revamping, and they're gonna be having like a
single.
showcase, like a
Mhm.
single kind of
Yeah.
showcase type of thing. So we're gonna be the special guest judges for this episode. I mean, this event, and we're also
Super
gonna be
excited.
hosting like a little giveaway. So make sure you guys come out to R&B Wednesdays at Terminal Wednesday.
Early arrival is suggested because
It's a great
Mhm.
time.
within an hour, the whole
Absolutely.
place is packed.
Like-
Yep. And then we have our winter mixer on February 22nd at
Mhm.
Diesel's Lounge on State Street. We will be having that. It's free of charge. You just come on down. We're going to be collecting black socks, scarves, hats, all those type of things for the Columbus Overflow Shelter because it's cold outside and
Mhm.
there's people need it. And they're so appreciative when they get it. So make sure you guys come out and help donate with that. And then, of course, we have our live show on March 23rd.
Yay.
6 p.m.
And it's coming so fast.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh my God. From the time we started, planning it to now, I'm like, dang, that shit is like next
How
month.
do you guys
It's
feel
next
about-
month,
How
right?
did each of you feel about doing a live show compared to now, like doing the,
So I'm gonna tell you, this is already like I could not. If you had asked me before, like I couldn't see myself doing this because I don't like public speaking. I'm shy a little bit. Not so much lately, but I'm shy. So I
There's a
can't
bit
see
of public
the.
speaking.
Yeah, but now it's like you're talking about doing it like live
In front of
with
people?
Mhm.
So I think about that a little often, like how's it gonna be? But I'm ready. I'm
Yeah,
excited.
I'm excited.
I
for
don't
it.
really have an emotion as far as like being scared or anything
Yeah.
like that. My biggest thing is, are my friends going to come out and support? That's my biggest thing. But I don't really have an emotion like, oh my God, I'm gonna be sitting up there. There's gonna be so many people in the audience.
Yeah.
My thing is like, are people
Who's gonna be
my
there?
friends are gonna support me?
Yeah,
That's
that's
my-
my emotional
Oh no, they
on stage. Like, oh
definitely
my
are.
God.
And if they don't, then
They're
you
not
have
really
something to talk about.
Right.
But does it have to be a conversation, or can we just like?
No,
Yeah,
it doesn't necessarily.
Can we
Absolutely.
next? And that'd be
Yeah,
that?
you can.
See, I don't.
But some people deserve conversation. Not that they deserve
Some people.
all of your emotions, but they deserve to know that this is it.
Mhm.
And I feel like a lot of people are like,
Like
oh well, they don't deserve it. No, some people do deserve to understand that this is the end.
And I think it's important for you sometimes too
Mhm.
to have that
Closure.
and
Absolutely.
conversation. Yeah.
See, I'm the whole complete opposite. One, I love being on stage. I love talking to people because
Yeah.
I'm a
Like you
performer,
get
basically.
live.
Right.
Nice.
And I know that people are gonna come, regardless
Yeah.
if it's a friend or not. Like we have so many people that are from out of state driving down here to
Mhm.
come. So I know the people are gonna be there. It's gonna be lit. Like it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be a
I'm
good time.
definitely super excited. In case you guys are wondering, like it's gonna be our show, but the kicker is live. You guys get to participate.
Very
interact.
interactive.
It's gonna be very interactive, so it's gonna be a great time. So
Yeah.
definitely get your tickets. And come
All
out.
I wish for you guys is that this is just the beginning. That there's
It's just
more,
the beginning.
and that it goes. I want to be there, regardless whether I can or not. But I just, I pray that you guys just get the opportunity to keep doing that and keep evolving and keep growing in that, because live is a whole other experience.
Mhm.
It's cool to be in the studio and like get it done because it's it's chop.
You could get edits.
But
and-
now
right.
it's like, with live, it's like that's a whole other experience. You're dealing with different energy of
Right,
people and
right.
then being on and in the conversation. Like
Right.
that's lit. But I'm really excited for y'all. I'm happy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Avery.
Yeah.
So
Love y'all.
other than that,
Other than that, make sure you
Good.
guys follow us. If you aren't already, follow Avery Wilson on Instagram. Make sure you guys like, rate, subscribe, follow, all that great things. Leave us some reviews, all that good stuff. And again, shout out to the Breaks Media. We announced that we are part of their network now. So check them out, the Breaks Media, and check out the other podcasts that's up there.
it's lit. So you guys will be hearing from us in 2 weeks. So don't get pregnant on Valentine's Day.
And if you
Or
do,
get
you won't
pregnant.
know.
Right.
Or get pregnant. I like babies.
Or get pregnant. Yep. So we love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Toodles.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.
It's da-da-da.
I really love.
Scratch all that, guys. I'm back. Why do these tricks always forget about the positive
Oh,
vibe
right.
for the week? We need this vibe for the week to keep us
Right.
going. So my positive vibe for the week is life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced.
Nice. Deep.
So keep that in your hearts, guys, and have a good week.
Yay.
Toodles!